And welcome to Active Display Stadium for the very first pre-season game at home for the Adelaide Giants this 2019-20 season. My name is Alex Jacobs and I'm going to be your commentator for tonight. We'll see if we can get some help for me. Otherwise, let's enjoy this ride. Tonight the Giants are playing Kanagawa University, also known as the Yokohama All-Stars, and it's sure to be a pretty exciting game. Now, we have the Giants starting, and there's a pretty exciting new face out there for us as the starting pitcher. His name is Dustin Beggs, and he is a pitcher in the Miami Marlins organization. Dustin has pitched at AAA in New Orleans throughout the 2019 season, and it's certainly one to watch. Last year, he was touted as a future MLB-ready player, and surely we get to see some good things from tonight. But just remember, these are pre-season games, so we could see some pretty quick rotations and some shorter stint from our pitchers. For Yokohama, if we jump over to them, their starting pitcher is Taro Nihei. Now, these are the first games for these teams, so there's not a lot for us to go off to tonight, so we'll have to see what kind of magic they bring.
It is time to meet the coaching staff, the managers for the official.
And you'll see on field now the coaches are about to come out for both the teams.
The umpires for tonight's games are Ian Revel, Neil Polton, and Downton Osborne. The head coach for Kanagawa is Naruse-san. And the head coach for your Adelaide Giants, while Chris Adamson is in Japan, is Scotty Gladstone.
And obviously the big out for the Giants is Chris Adamson, who's over as an assistant coach with the Team Australia, currently in Japan in the Super Round of Premier 12. So it's a pretty good reason not to have your coach here, as unfortunate as it is. He's been keeping a close eye on the team regardless of his time in South Korea and now Japan, which is pretty exciting. Australia could be one win away from a bronze medal playoff match in Premier 12. And of course with the Giants, you've seen plenty of highlights. Outfielder Aaron Whitefield is also with the Team Australia. So he's probably the big key out at the moment from the team, who's yet to arrive. Whitefield will be here next week though, once Australia hopefully clinches a medal and he returns with Adamson. For now, though, it is Scott Gladstone, who is also a former Adelaide Bite player himself and has represented South Australia for many years. Only in his early 30s, Gladstone is sort of quite similar to Tank in that he's a young coach on his way rising through the ranks. Has some pretty good experience with some various age group state teams as well, and has certainly taken the reins quite nicely while we were over in Taiwan. Also on the Giants coaching setup tonight is Michael Dunn, former Adelaide Giant from the 1990s, and pitching coach Josh Spence. Spence's name would sound familiar. He was a former San Diego Padres pitcher in the major leagues. He's from Geelong, pitched a couple of seasons with the Padres, and for the first time in about, over a decade, has made his return to Australia from Arizona. So Spence is bringing a wealth of knowledge, taking over in part of Luke Prokopek, who unfortunately just due to other work commitments isn't able to dedicate all his time to the Giants. Prokopek will definitely still float around the field for certain games, so fans will see him and he'll still be imparting his knowledge. But we're pretty lucky to have Spence come on board. And if you're interested in the weather, nice little cool breeze coming in from the west. But in terms of West Beach wind, it's actually relatively steady at the moment. And there's a nice bit of sun coming down too, so last little bit of warmth for these players to soak up before it gets to be that chilly, brisk West Beach we know and love.
Active Display Stadiums in their new uniforms, your Adelaide Giants, as they take the field by position. We'll start out in left field from the Philadelphia Phillies organization. Please welcome import Ben Linskey. Taking the field today at South Australia's own Matt Hutchings. Starting in right field from the Philadelphia Phillies organization, Cole Scobie. Starting at third base with the LA Dodgers organization, Eric Peterson. Starting at shortstop, he's back for a second year, the reigning ABL batting champion, Mikey Edwards. Starting at second base, South Australia's own and a product of the Philadelphia Phillies, Curtis Mead. Starting at first base, making his debut in Giants colors, making the move from Sydney, Rexon Wingrove. And please welcome back your catcher, Mitch Edwards. And tonight's starting pitcher and import with the Marlins organization, please welcome Dustin
Alex.
Bay.
Right.
And now please make some noise for the rest of your Adelaide Giants. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the Australian National Anthem.
Okay.何 ケイシ日本のやつを言えばいいの？辛っ。
Now, as we stand for the national anthem, I am about to be joined by a couple of special commentators who have been passed on to myself. Now, don't mind the fact that they are also mixing in a little bit of dinner. We will have a chat to both of them who will help me out with some of our commentary tonight. So very lucky. So, make sure we get that nice and close.
Okay.
I obviously, unfortunately, can't quite hear as well, but we'll get an introduction from yourself.
Well, we're nearly time for first pitch for the game here between Kanagawa and the Adelaide Giants. And getting ready to throw his first pitch of the game, warming up on the mound, Dustin Bays.
All right, so we'll work through a few little fun issues here, but don't worry, we've got some pretty exciting baseball coming up.
Batting first is Keishi Suzuki. Batting second, Tomoya Kondo. Batting third, Ritsuki Saito. Batting fourth, Takumi Endo. Batting fifth, Tomohiro Kondo. Batting sixth, Shinya Nagasawa. Batting seventh, Matsui Ikura.
食ってみこれ
So, as we get all settled in nicely, hopefully now, Dustin Beggs is pitching, throwing to Mitch Edwards, who's just arrived in Adelaide yesterday. He made a couple of appearances in the Super League for some midweek action. Mitch has just come off a second season with the Philadelphia Phillies, playing in our rookie ball organisation. But this year, he earned promotion up to Williamsport. So Williamsport, he played alongside one of his current teammates, who's just come down as well from the Phillies, another catcher, Logan O'Hop. So the pair are likely to split the catching duties for the Giants this season, which is going to be pretty exciting to see two teammates continue their trend.
1番鈴木圭司1番セカンド鈴木圭
Leading off
司関東学院
for Yokohama, also known as Kanagawa tonight, Keishi Suzuki.
1番セカンド鈴木圭司関東学院大学背番号4あとは何と言った方がいいですか何も言わなくていいのすごいなんか喋りたかった右打ちのバッター
Contact
で
there,
す
but fouls that one off into the dirt.
このバッターは塁に出るのがうまいですごめんふざけすぎた あー、三振です。ありがとうございます。
Swings at that one, but that's a opening strikeout for Dustin Beggs.
2番センター近藤智也さん、神奈川大学背番号17。
We have center fielder Tomoya Kondo. Stares at the first pitch right there. Swings hard at that one, but fouls that into the grandstand. Solid contact, but that one is a ground out to first base there.
3番ファースト斉藤律樹、関東学院大学背番号1。入ってるんですか？できちゃう。力さんなんかあるかな。
Here we have the first baseman, Ritsuki Sato.
力さんはなんかあるか。
Hopefully my pronunciations are good, but luckily I have a couple of experts right next to me.
ああ、ファーストゴロですね。神奈川三者凡退ですね。
And no one goes to first base. And it's a quick innings from Beggs.
And we head to the bottom of the first inning. Well, here is how your Adelaide Giants will bat today. Batting first, the third baseman, Eric Peterson. Batting second, the catcher, Mitch Edwards. Batting third, the shortstop, Mikey Edwards.
Now I'll take you through the order for the Giants who are coming up. See how many we get through in this first inning. Leading off for the Giants tonight is Eric Peterson, a LA Dodgers prospect, played in AA this season at the Tulsa Drillers, has spent some time with Adelaide teammate Marcus Solbach. Marcus not currently in Adelaide, so Peterson is our lone Dodger. Then we have Mitch Edwards hitting second, followed by last year's ABL hitting champion, shortstop Mikey Reynolds. Mikey's back for his second season, which is a pretty exciting thing for Adelaide to pick him up once again. Hitting fourth is another newcomer to the Giants team. You'll see him and you should love him pretty instantly. His name is Rickson Wingrove. He's a first baseman out of Newcastle, who debuted for the Sydney Blue Sox last season and is a part of the Philadelphia Phillies organization. He's a 19-year-old, big-hitting, home-run powerful kind of guy who's joining his 5 other Phillies teammates here in Adelaide. So much like Mitch did last season, he's made a switch in search of some more serious game time and is someone that you can definitely keep an eye on for the next few years for Team Australia.
ピッチャーは神奈川大学の二平。キャッチャーは神奈川大学の近藤智弘。ファーストは関東学院大学の斉藤律樹。セカンドは関東学院大学鈴木圭司。サード神奈川大学斉藤祐介。ショート関東学院大学立木。レフト関東学院大学長澤。センター神奈川大学近藤智也。ライト神奈川大学遠藤です。以上です。
So this tag team commentary definitely not helped by the fact I do not speak Japanese. And unfortunately, my primary school Chinese probably does not help whatsoever.
Peterson.
But the one thing that is pretty universal is baseball. Peterson steadies himself for his first at-bat at West Beach. And Taro's pitch just fell wide for a ball.
That's an SA Power Networks foul ball.
Peterson fouled that one deep into the grandstand. Good strike there, tickling the edge of the zone. Now the wind's definitely kicked up a little bit more than it was even just about 10 minutes ago. It feels like it's blowing in a lot more steady from right field, which is what we're used to down here at West Beach. Those beach winds definitely kick in and make things pretty tricky for hitters. Pitchers, not so much. They love it because they're not giving up as many home runs down here. That one skied high, hangs up in the air. Unlucky there to drop that one. Probably just lost a little bit in the clouds. Doesn't help when you've got pretty light blue skies here and white clouds keeping you distracted. And that puts a runner at first base runner of the game. Mitch Edwards has had a pretty good time with his ABL career so far. Capable of clearing a fence. He's a pretty powerful catcher who is one to watch for sure. Made several ABL teams of the week last season. And alongside Perth's Alex Hall, who's probably the top catching prospect in Australia. That one stays high. And you might be able to hear a rumbling of an aeroplane just flying over too. Just some more of the lovely quirks that West Beach brings. Beach winds, airplanes, and baseball. Now we'll try and see. Can you, let's see, talk about the picture? Sort of describe your style.
That's another SA
Straight.
Power Networks.
Fastball and straight. So it's a good fastball pitcher with a
この
strike.
ピッチャーはまっすぐが多くて球が速いです。
Do you know what kind of speed? Kilometer? Mile?
140違うよ何キロって聞かれた143マイルは分かんないよ
143. Very solid fastball right there. Now, probably the big thing for these Aussie hitters is they haven't faced too many Japanese pitchers in the past. So some of the styles are always a little bit different. Last year from Honda, we had a guy called Toru Kikwe, who was a good little submarine pitcher with the tidy little sidearm action. And that one definitely caught off guard a lot of the Aussie hitters. So far, More of a traditional action right here. But still doesn't make it easy when you don't quite know what kind of pitches are coming. And that breaking ball right there strikes out Mitch Edwards.
Well, that's the first out of the inning for the Giants, but that brings to the plate Mikey Edwards.
We're getting the hang of it right here. If you had a video, you just see lots of fun going on. And taking photos in between as well. Somebody who's pretty photogenic is Mikey Edwards. You could arguably say he is the face of the Giants after returning for his second season. Mikey's played the last 2 years with the Sussex County Miners in the Can-Am League. They won a championship in 2018 and unfortunately lost the decider in 2019 as he fouls that one deep into the right field corner, bouncing into the Giants' bullpen. For Mikey's size, he's a fast base runner and he's got a surprising amount of power. Hasn't managed to hit a home run yet for the Giants, but for the Miners, he's plucked a few in his time. And maybe if the wind blows right, we'll manage to get one here as well from him. So in the bottom of the first, we have one out. It's a 1-1 count. That one just narrowly a little bit low for a ball. Probably something that's also a little bit of a different style between Japanese and Australian baseball is the fact that a lot of Japanese pitchers, especially throughout sort of the high school and also these university teams, have far higher pitch counts. Probably see stories of them every so often popping up where they're pitching into the hundreds. And that sort of longevity is, yeah, certainly a different trademark than to what we have here, where pitchers are looked after a lot more strictly on their pitch counts. You're probably lucky if a starter gets to 100. 60 to 70 seems a lot more likely. Solid strike there to bring the count to a full count. Reynolds is probably one of the smartest guys here when it comes to plate appearances. Doesn't get too frazzled.
One out, 1、2塁。
That's a walk for Mikey Reynolds. That'll bring to the plate Wingrove.
Now we have the big hitting Rickson Wingrove in what is his first at-bat for the Adelaide Giants. Rickson didn't travel with the team to the preseason trip in Taiwan. So this is the very first time we're seeing him in a Giants uniform. Rickson's got some pretty solid size, standing 6'5". One out, 1-1 count. Runners at first and second. That one breaks just down into the zone. to put Taro ahead 1-2. Rickson enjoyed a pretty good all-star season with the Philadelphia Gulf Coast Phillies in the Rookie League as he fouls that one off. Earning those all-star postseason selections. For a young player, someone who's pretty composed, had some limited at-bat appearances for the Blue Sox during a couple of seasons as a rookie. So he's certainly someone who's going to come over here and grasp a starting position with both hands. Sort of in the ilk of a Jordan McArdle, who is probably going to work with quite closely as well. And we're also going to see him float around likely between first base and potentially the outfield also, as he unfortunately strikes out there, chasing that high pitch.
三振です。
Oh, 2 outs, but still a runner on first and second.
Taro looking to escape this good jam here. 2 out. Runners on first and second as Cole Stobie steps up to the plate. Cole's another Philly who feels like we're going to keep saying that throughout the night, really. Cole coming from Class A action. Lakewood Blue Crabs. Cole was one of the older guys in the team, if you can say that. He spent 4 years in the minor league system after being drafted out of high school. Comes from Omaha. Cole is regarded as one of the best players of his high school draft year. And is someone who's a pretty level-headed hitter. We'll probably see him floating between first and third base this season. Could well be an import who takes over from the mantle of former Adelaide player Stephen Welsh at third. We'll also likely see Curtis Mead at third base. Curtis started off at second, but he showed while he was over in Taiwan that he's more than capable of playing third and could be a pretty solid corner guy. But then again, when you got Eric Peterson on the team as well, who's a similar style player, you get a sense that they're both going to float around a little bit and share the duties throughout the field. Very quickly here, we have a 3-0 count on Stobie. Always a little bit tricky when you get to this point. Do you sit back and wait for it and see if it's a ball? You do. That one loads the bases.
フォアボールです。
Left fielder Finnick Linskey from Philadelphia.
野球教室
Takes a strikeout there on the first pitch. Ben was named Game 2 MVP over in Taiwan, hitting a 3-run bomb against the Weichuan Dragons. See if he can replicate defeat here. Could be a grand slam though. Oh, that one stays quite high. Taro trying to get just a little bit of spin on those, but not quite hitting the zone like he wants to be. 2 out, loaded bases, 2-1 count. Swings on that one for a crucial strike. Close. That one takes it to a full count.
ええよって言いそうになった。
Some of the Junko staff and Japanese officials in the background getting very into it.
フォアボールです。
Walks in a
押し出し
run.
でジャイアンツ
Adelaide
に
opens a scoring.
ジャイアンツに1点が入ります。
Well, there it is, the first run for the Adelaide Giants. Work on by a walk.
Not the ideal way you want to be giving up a lead, unfortunately, in this game. Loaded bases walk. Always a difficult scenario.
神奈川選抜初回からピンチです。 思ったこと言ったらやばいっすね、だいぶ。
Strike there. Would you say high pressure?
Pitcher?
Yeah, pressure on pitcher.
Pressure, yeah. 結構。
Makes contact there, but the out is made at second base.
セカンドゴロでアウトです。はい。
Alrighty, we are going to throw to an ad break. Score is 1-0 to Adelaide. We'll be back for the second inning. And we are back for the second inning. I will pass off to my fellow commentator.
2回の表、先頭バッターは4番ライト遠藤、神奈川大学背番号25。初球はストライク。ファウルになります。
Now, pretty noticeable thing you might be hearing right there is the sound of a metal bat. Some of the opposition using metal bats. Some have wood. I believe. I could be completely wrong, but that sounded very metallic. Flies out right there.
Nice run from Eric Peterson, fighting the sun, gets the first out.
5番キャッチャー近藤智弘、神奈川大学背番号7。
We have a pretty multicultural stadium here at the moment, hearing sounds of English and Japanese ground announcing, and also here on the commentary.
初球はストライク。2球目外れてファウルボール。
0-2 count, 1 out. Go swinging, and that is a strikeout.
三振。
Nice strikeout there from Dustin Beggs. That's the second out of
6番レフト長澤、関東学院大学背番号63。 初球はストライク。
2 out for Beggs. He's getting him swinging on these pitches.
外れてボール。
Just kept on a little bit high though. Beggs favouring that right side, his right side of the strike zone. Just trying to entice the pitchers to swing out a little bit too far, chasing those balls and strikes. That was definitely a metal bat.
アウト。神奈川リーグの得点は0点です。
Team Australia right now is over competing in the Premier
Beggs
12
moving
for
through
fight for that
6 hitters in order.
spot, and Aaron Whitefield,
Showing
our
plenty of
center fielder, is
experience
over there
like
with
we
him.
know
Takes
from
some
him.
highlight replay.
He pitched well in Taiwan as well.
One of them now.
Battled hard against some of the Taiwanese hitters, and also a very deep Taiwanese roster. Adelaide took just 15 players over to Taiwan, and for 2 games, when he took a couple of injury hits in the first inning of the first game, it was always going to be tough to come back from. Mikey Reynolds had a cramp. Curtis Mead later on in the game suffered a cut on his hand, which he had to come out of the game for. Successfully made a tag at third base, but into a sliding runner.
States of America. Yes, that's right. American Giants interns. Team Australia beat the United States.
And now we will announce a little bit about the starting pitcher. Again, here for the Yokohama, also known as Kanagawa. It's always a little bit confusing when there's a couple of different names. Taro's walks in the first will probably what let him down, unfortunately. Just made it a little bit more difficult.
Leading things off in the bottom of the second, Jordan McCardle.
ジャイアンツの攻撃が始まります。
Jordan McCardle up to bat for the Giants.
初球はボール。
Geordie was unfortunately released by the Arizona Diamondbacks during the off-season. During what's been a pretty challenging time. That one has gone high.
Short fly.
That is the first
Out.
out of the inning for the Giants.
Off the bat, that one looks like it was going to fly pretty far out there, but it really just held up in the wind and ended up just drifting into the dirt in the shortstop. Would have made up for the fact there was a fumble earlier on. Reading the play a lot better. South Australian Matt Hutchings here at the plate. Matt made his debut last season as a development player. 22-year-old who's moved from Southern Districts to Goodwood in the SABL. If you recognise the Hutchings name, it's because his older brother Nick formerly pitched for Adelaide and has previously pitched for Team Australia. Oh,
ショートライナー。ツーアウトです。
Out number 2 in the inning, and we'll go back to the top of the lineup.
lines that one out on tricky little catch.
Now batting
Went
the
straight
third
to him,
baseman,
but still had to duck
Peterson.
low on it. As we come back to a leadoff hitter, Eric Peterson. Peterson, someone, oh, jumping over each other, hey?
Give me a ball.
There we go. We'll just work out our rhythm here. Peterson, someone who's looking for more at-bats. Only managed 27 games this year through injury and some other niggling issues, unfortunately. That one has gone deep into the fence. He rounds. Stand-up double for Peterson.
It's a double. Eric Peterson showing what he can do.
Right to center,
Gets
two base.
into scoring position. Now batting, Mitch Edwards.
ツーアウト二塁。
That's exactly what Peterson is looking for during his time. He bounced around a little bit because of injury. As I said, he played as high as AA. Also spent time then in rookie ball and Class A. But he'll certainly be looking to put in a season which will help him become a certified AA player. Peterson probably on a lookout for a potential stolen base of third. Mitch Edwards, likewise, is just another player who, like most of the affiliated guys, obviously looking to work their way up through the ranks.
Foul ball.
ここはファウル。
Could be a little bit different for the Junko players, in a sense that they are still obviously university age. Some hopefully looking to get drafted into NPB. Others perhaps will likely move into industrial ball. Swings high on that one. Fouls it out deep into possibly the car park.
本気なファウル。ここカウント 2-2。 外れて 2-3。
That one's gone deep to the other bullpen.
こうファール
Another SA Howard Oaks.
カウントは 2-3
Now, if you came in late, my name is Alex Jacobs. I am typically the media coordinator for the Giants, who enjoys writing about baseball. Not so much the commentary side, as fun as this is. We're learning the ropes though, aren't we? Had a few little tastes of it in the past. Commentated some junior league championship games. As Mitch hits that one to the barrel. Oh, close to being caught, but it's just gone under the glove. Mikey Edwards drives in Eric Peterson. Adelaide makes it 2-0.
ここは出しました1点入り2対0カウントは2アウト
Giants lead 2-0.
Now, normally a partner in crime who was meant to be working with,
Now batting
Phil Herden.
Reynolds.
Phil Herden, unfortunately, is sick, but he's sent me a list of the most useful Japanese baseball vocabulary words. Which we'll see how I go with that one.
初球はボール
2-8, that's a ball.
ライトへ上がり
Mikey Reynolds makes some solid contact on that one.
3アウトチェンジです
Both the Giants
この回の得点は1点です
lead 2-0 after 2.
Well, we are 2 innings down with a 2-0 lead. We're going to throw to another ad break. And we are back. Dustin Beggs still out on the mound. Dustin's managed to work through the top 6 in order, keeping his workload pretty light tonight. Now the wind is definitely kicking up a lot more than it does, and as the sun starts to set, you can feel the chill. Spare a thought for the players who are standing out there in t-shirts, pretty much. Last night for the Super League games, there were plenty of them wearing jumpers underneath their jerseys just to keep warm. It's definitely a chilly night.
バッターは7番木村関東学院大学背番号2、このバッターは神奈川で一番注目の選手です。
Say 1-2 count.
三振です。
Big swing there for a clutch strikeout. Good way to start the inning.
バッターは8番サード斉藤祐介、神奈川大学背番号13。ショートゴロでツーアウト。
Ground out there to first. Next up. Now, going to try and use some of our cheat sheet stuff here. I go.
9番ショートたすき、関東学院大学背番号24。
There we go. Simple stuff.
このバッターは非常に足の速い選手です。
Right now we have Keishi Suzuki.
バッターはセカンド鈴木圭司、関東学院大学背番号4。
Suzuki takes us back to the top of the order. Quick little out right there though. As we come through, Tomoya Kondo, who is a Chukenshu centre fielder, number 17, out of Kanagawa University. So most of the players in the Yokohama team, well, all of them, they come from either Kanto Gakuen or Kanagawa. And that one's gone high. Mikey Reynolds makes the running back with it. Catches it.
ショートのファインプレーでツーアウト。
Fun little play there. So it's a little bit tricky when you have the three converging into the one spot. We saw, unfortunately, Team Australia, when they played Japan the other night, ball in a similar position, and centre fielder and left fielder with a little bit of miscommunication. Left fielder unable to make the catch, and it was a little bit of a fumble. Japan scoring off of the play ultimately. Here we have Ritsuki Sato. Plays first base. Ichiroi Shui. Getting very close. Getting good affirming nods right here. That ball comes just to the right. Now a ball, somehow also known as a bean ball, Shikyu. Shikyu ball.
四球。
Shikyu. Strike there from Beggs. It's a full count with 2 out. Don't actually have anything on there. Don't have anything on there at the moment.
フォアボールで出塁。
Not sure if that's... There was a walk there for Yokohama, their first base runner of the game. Takumi Endo plays out in right field. Uyokoshi? Uyokoshu.
Yes.
Uyokushu. Solid connection right there. Runners at first and second. Yokohama putting on a little bit of a rally right now with 2 out.
ヒットで出塁。ツーアウト一二塁。バッター近藤智弘、神奈川大学背番号7。
Catcher Tomohiro Kondo coming up in the best position for Yokohama all night here in the 4th inning. Runners at first and second. 2 out. Dustin Beggs gets him swinging hard on that pitch. Two strikes. Good way for Beggs to get ahead here quickly. Trying to alleviate some of the pressure on the defense. Foul tip straight into the glove. Giants escape there.
Big strikeout there from
三振で攻守交代。
ends the attack from the Japanese side. Kanagawa. It is a 2-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the 4th.
And I believe we may have a pitching change
Proud sponsor of the Adelaide Giants.
for Yokohama.
We care about the
We'll work
quality
out.
of our work, professional standards, and patience with a relaxing atmosphere and short waiting time outside of the hospital setting.
No, all good. Just different numbers standing on the mound, getting things warm.
Please phone our staff for more information and Google us at Sound Radiology.
If we continue our Japanese lesson, a pitcher is also known as Toshu.
Tosh.
Toshu?
Yes.
Don't forget to head down the right field line and visit the merchandise stand.
I got lots of questions here from Phil Hurden. Phil probably is sitting at home right now with a whole collection of notes about all these teams. Haven't worked his magic.
If you're not a member yet, join at the game or online at AdelaideGiants.com.
Toro, though, has been keeping things relatively tidy. I mean, only 2 hits through 3 innings. In the bottom of the 4th here. So, Taro, realistically, if he can get through another clean inning here, then Yokohama's momentum could keep them coming up. Cody Mead, though, does not want to let that happen. Curtis looking for a nice hit.
Now at the plate, Curtis Mead.
Faces a strike right there. That one goes out for a ball. Curtis is probably someone who, over the last 12 months even, has made fairly considerable change to his frame. Put on a couple of inches, putting on some serious muscle while training down at the West Lakes gym facilities with the Crows, and also over the Phillies in Florida. Someone so young, Curtis has definitely shown plenty of control and composure at the top level. But he'll be definitely looking to try and break through a little bit more this season and get some more big hits. He looked pretty impressive for the Phillies this year in the Gulf Coast League, hitting above 300 for much of the season. He's one of those young guys that a coach like Chris Adamson just loves to mould. And not only working with the Phillies, but also the best young coaches here. Then he's getting a lot of experience as that one goes up. And that one has cleared the stadium. Curtis Mead with a home run. Solo bomb for young little Curdy there as I talk him up. He's made it a 3-0 ball game for Adelaide in the bottom of the 4th.
Curtis Mead.
ホームランで1点追加。
Giants home run of this exhibition weekend.
Almost looked like that one wasn't quite going to clear over. Hung up nicely right about 300. Ooh, that probably just snuck over, maybe 392 feet. Smooth swing there from Curtis. And a home run, coincidentally, is Humarun?
本塁打。
Honruida.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a lot better, I think. Phil giving me a little bit of a mix of Japanese English, but Honruida rolls off the tongue very nicely. Which watches that one, goes to make it a 1-on-1 count. Ooh, odd little, just struggling to stick that one, unfortunately. Mitch.
ファーストのエラーです、レイ。
Jordan Mercado. Good little hit gets himself to first base. Aussie pair making some nice work.
Now batting, Matt Hutchings.
And we see a pinch runner coming in. I would have to imagine that is number 10 for us. Mitch Lightbody, perhaps. Ground out there, but advances Mitch to second base.
送りバン
We'll
ト
have a
で
little bunt.
ワンアウト2塁。
Confirmation that is Mitch Lightbody. More number 10 for a number of years now. Returned from college ball last season.
Now batting, Eric Peterson.
Mitch is definitely someone who's probably going to try a sneaky steal if he could. Peterson, no. Hoping to make some good power here. Gets that one deep on the barrel. Flying out to the centre fielder. Can't quite stick the catch. Throw comes down. Not close, unfortunately. That puts runners at the corners.
センターエラーで
Last time Mitch Edwards was here, he brought in Peterson. Let's see what can happen this time with 2 on base.
ワンアウト1、3塁。
Mitch probably trying to sneak some of those catcher movements out of the corner of his eye. Swings on the first pitch, fouls that one off. Sega, what would foul? Foul ball?
ファール。
Still foul?
ファール。
Foul ball is still foul? As Mitch takes it. 4-zip. Giants putting in a little bit of composure here, unfortunately. Yokohama just struggling to rein things in. This was the inning which could have been a bit of a make or break. And as that ball slips away on the 0-1 count, it's 4-0. Mitch focused, watches that one go down for a ball. That one just a little bit inside on that breaking ball. So if we chat a little bit about the Kanagawa prefecture, covering Yokohama, Kamakura, Hase, and Hase. Apparently home of the Big Buddha. And catching the tiny Inoden train to Enoshima Island. Apparently Enoshima Island is like Granite Island. Don't know if it necessarily has as many little fairy penguins. But it probably certainly has a few more temples and a lovely lookout tower. Mitch swings on that one straight to the shortstop.
ショートライナーでツーアウト。
Solid catch. He's been a very busy man tonight at shortstop.
Mikey Edwards.
Good out there to hopefully swing around some of the momentum. 2 out, runner at first, bottom of the 4th. 4-0 lead to Adelaide. Dips down for a ball. Probably one of the good things Mikey Reynolds knows about this ballpark is the fact that he can hit into the corners very well. Mike is one of those guys who's got good placement of hits and tends to find those much needed doubles at crucial times. Swings high on that one, fouls it out.
The merchandise stand, go and check it out. Members 10% off.
High pitch 1-1 counts. And you can probably see sky's turned in a little bit of a lovely purple there on your screens. Looks a little bit more blue here in real life. Tinge of orange out over the ocean. Throw not in time as Eric Peterson steals second on the strike.
Top sliding steel. Brought to you by Tip Top Dry Cleaning.
And that's probably a our first steal here at home for the 2019-20 season. Last season, guys like Mikey Reynolds and Aaron Whitefield led the way with steals. Throwing in someone like Peterson is going to make it at least a triple threat. Curtis Mead, Logan O'Hop, a couple of other fast guys who could certainly make a few good steals. Obviously for Saro here, looking for the ever crucial Sunshin strikeouts.
Wow.
Crack of the bat on that one. Fumble there. Quick hands, they make up for it.
ファーストゴロで3アウト。
Tie the side, and that is a 3 out. And that is the end of the 4th inning. We are going to throw ourselves to another ad break, and we'll be back shortly. Good work. I'm like, yeah, bottom throw, yeah. Welcome back to Thursday night baseball here at Active Display Stadium, West Beach. We have Adelaide Giants versus Yokohama, also known as Kanagawa there on your screen. That would be from the Kanagawa University Junko Baseball Association. Now, as far as I know, the Junko baseballs are a little bit more rubbery than the baseballs we typically use.
6番
And so while... Oh, sorry. I'll let my co-commentator announce the hitter.
6番レフト長澤関東学院大学背番号63
What was your name? Your name?
大杉
Yeah. It's all right. We're working about names. Horsey right here on
Yeah.
my left.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get it all right. It's good to have both of these guys up here helping out a little bit, keeping me company and making sure I'm not rambling on a little bit too much. Foul tip right there on that swing. We have a full count in the top of the 5th. That one goes just down for Beggs as he walks his leadoff hitter.
6番長澤フォアボールで出塁。ノーアウトランナー1塁。7番 DH 木村関東学院大学背番号2。このバ
We
ッ
have
ターは
the designated hitter. Yeah. Designated hitter. Tatsuya Kimura. I think apparently back in my notes as well, if I talk about designated hitter, Shimei Dasher. Big swing on that one. But that's exactly what you want from your DH. You want them swinging to get those big hits. Evenly poised stance, makes some solid contact, but fouls that one. Over the back, possibly into the softball field, I think. We don't have too many kids here to be chasing foul balls today, but maybe some of the players will go snap it up for a souvenir. Just out of the zone there. It's a 1 and 2 count. A runner at first base. That one fouls out into left field. Good solid contact, and for my Japanese commentators here, who seem to be getting a little bit cold, this is the fun of West Beach, unfortunately. But once those 30 to 40 degree days hit, it's going to feel a lot nicer. Very subtle little out motion there. Thought it was just walking up to have a little bit of a chat. Caught stealing though there. Mitch loves to hose down those runners. And especially given this is his first game with the team for the season. Wants to make a fast impact to say, hey boys, I'm your #1 starting catcher. That one a little bit high as we get a runner walking.
フォアボールで出塁。8番サード斉藤祐介神奈川大学背番号13。一塁ランナーの木村には俊足があるので期待したい。
Come down to the San Urushu third baseman, Yusuke Sato. Mitch keeping a close eye on the runner at first on that one, even as he took the ball in his glove. Big strike there. Fouls that one off into the grandstand. Lovely grandstand which just had the roof placed on today. Help protect us against all kinds of conditions. Ground out to first, Kimura makes it to second base. That's a runner in a scoring position. 2 out for the Giants.
9番ショート立木関東学院大学背番号24。
We head to the bottom of the order here. Roy Takichi. Shortstop Yuge Kishu in Japanese. Beg's doing well through his 5 innings here to keep hits down to a minimum, 0. But that one, oh, throw not in time on tough little grounder through the dirt. Puts Yokohama into a strong position. Runners at the corners.
1番セカンド鈴木圭司、関東学院大学、背番号4。ここは一発期待したい。
Head back to the very top of the order, Keishi Suzuki.
初球はファウル。
Got a very vocal dugout down there supporting the boys. You have to wonder whether Japanese culture enjoys a good shout of "Yeah, the boys" as much as Australians and Americans do. As Beggs jumps ahead to a 0-2 count. Swinging down, but fouls on that pitch. Runners were ready to go there. Comes back to 1-2. Beggs not quite getting what he wanted on that little breaking ball. And we have steal of second. Edwards not quite taking that one as cleanly. 2 runners in a scoring position now. Deep hit here could change the complexion of the game quite easily. Tachiki and Sato, the runners on base. Fortunately, that one a little bit of a chip shot. A little bit like a sand wedge maybe out there playing out of the bunker. Flies out and Beggs escapes with 2 runners in a scoring position. Move through now. Bottom of the 5th inning. Now, I don't know if we can possibly ask Jose, your favourite player? Yeah, your favourite.
モリーナ。
Maury?
モリーナ。
Do you want to talk about?
なんていうの
We'll see.
My favorite.
Gonna see if we can get a little bit of conversation going here.
My favorite like Molina.
Marina? I think probably, I don't know, if you talk to most Aussies, we'd probably all know guys like Ichiro Suzuki.
Yes.
That's who we know probably more so. Just retired. We have Rickson Wingrove leading off here. Taro staying in game through to his 5th inning. Both bullpens keeping relatively quiet, although there could be a little bit of action down there for the Giants. That one goes out a little bit wide. Good stop by the catcher, though, to grab onto that one. I should say, catcher is Tomohiro Kondo. Pair been working very well throughout much of tonight. Lead-off walk, though, is unfortunately not quite how you want to start things. But we did see through the third inning, Yokohama here can keep things pretty clean and tidy. Cole Stobie from the Philadelphia Phillies organization back up to bat. Cole is coming off a 15 home run season, I believe. He's someone who can probably adjust pretty well to these Australian ballparks. Hopefully clear the fence. Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately though, for Adelaide, we will be hosting the Brisbane Bandits next week in the opening series. Brisbane, the 4-time defending champions, which is a tough thing to say in the ABL. Brisbane's home ballpark, most notably a home run friendly place where balls fly out with ease. This year, we're not travelling up to Brisbane though. Our one series against Brisbane is at home, which means probably the only time we could face them at the ballpark is in the finals, which we hope does not happen, as Taro, with a clinical 3-pitch strikeout, that's the exact kind of damage that he wants.
Now batting, Ben Linskey.
Bring around that momentum as Ben Linskey comes up. Ben and Cole, although organisational teammates, haven't actually played together outside of spring training and instructional league, I believe. Most of the Phillies, even though they are all within the same organisation, don't have a lot of game time together prior to this. O'Hop and Edwards played together at Williamsport as teammates as catchers. Mead, Wingrove and Edwards all spent time together in the Gulf Coast League, although as Aussies, that's pretty irregular that they've all crossed paths. But they all have a good little connection with each other regardless, and came over knowing each other. Cole had spent some time knowing Curtis, Rickson and Mitch, which helped him make his transition. As Klinsky fouls that one into the back netting to make it a 2-1 count. 1 out, runner at first base, bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0 lead. Just stays up there to take it to 3-1. Big swing there from Klinsky. Takes a moment to compose himself, come back at the full count. Runner at first base. Swing and a miss. Foul tip, I should say, actually. 2 out there, Taro. Bouncing back from that lead-off walk.
Bring to the plate with 2 outs, Curtis Mead.
Curtis Mead hit a home run in his last at-bat. That was a solo shot with a runner at first base. Could he make it double? Watches that one come down. Now, for me personally, I feel like one of the most different things is there seems to be a lot more arm movement from the catcher than we typically see with the Aussies. As we head to a 1-1 count. Another big hit from Cody Mead. That one doesn't quite clear the fence. It bounces on. Wingrove rounds to first. Curtis round to third. Oh, not quite able to hold on to that one, unfortunately. Curtis sneaks in for a RBI triple. Makes it a 5-0 lead for the Giants.
三塁打を打って1点入りました。
Coming in as a pinch hitter, none other than Big Gus, Raging Roger, Angus Roger. Roger, with the official retirement of Stephen Welsh after last season, has really become Adelaide's veteran. This will be his 8th season. And although still relatively young off the top of my head, I believe he is 27. He is most certainly the most experienced bat in the lineup. 212 ABL games, second most in club history. That is the modern Giants. Big swing there. Hit a home run over during our exhibition games in Taiwan, which is a good way to bounce back in form. Been performing very strongly for Sturt in the SABL. Last season was a little bit of a quiet one for him, unfortunately, so he'll certainly be looking to get some regular game time and just keep those hits up and make an impact. Ball makes it 2-2. 2 out. A runner at third base. 5-0 lead for Adelaide in the bottom of the 5th. Ball just drifts out to make it into a full count. With the runner at third. This is where you just take a moment to fix up those nerves of steel. Gus with a good connection there. Straight out to left field.
スリーアウトチェンジです。今回は1点入りました。
Well, after 5 innings, that's a 5-0 lead. We'll throw to another ad break and we'll see you soon. Going good. Welcome back. Thursday night baseball here at Active Display Stadium. It's a 5-0 lead for Adelaide here against Yokohama All-Stars, Kanagawa, as they're also known. Now, we've made a pitching change. Dustin Beggs has exited the game after 5 innings without conceding a run. Now, a little bit of a tricky one here, because I do not know necessarily who we have starting for us on the mound. I believe it could well be one of our newest arrivals. Number 41 from Honda. And leading off here for Yokohama, number 17
Yes.
is Tomoya Kondo.
Yes.
Strike there. In the background, you can probably see the lovely figure of our general manager of baseball, Nathan Davison. That's a solid hit there into left field.
レフト前ヒットで出塁。バッター3番斉藤律樹、関東学院大学背番号1。
Strike there to make it a 1-1 count. Top of the 6th, a runner at first. And the pitcher here from Honda is Daigo Nishijima. Unfortunately, can't give you too much on him. He has literally flown in yesterday from Japan. So we'll hopefully start to learn a lot more about Japanese imports for the season. He's also joined by Dana Ono from Honda as well, as we get to a 2-2 count. Hopefully I'm getting some pronunciation right. If I'm a little bit wrong, then I'm sure I will be corrected. Strikeout there for Nishijima. Oh, that one is Dana Ono. Oh no, I've been fed the wrong information. I apologize. We have Dana Ono here, apparently. With a big hit there, right into right field. Rounded home. And we have our first score for Yokohama. They get on the board to make it a 5-1 ball game.
ライトのエラーの間にランナーホーム生還1点です。
Well, now that they're on the scoreboard, could we see a little bit of a rally here? Big swing there. I mean, I'm sure there's probably a little bit of a, not sure if you'd quite say bragging rights, but certainly a little bit of friendly rivalry between these Japanese countrymen, particularly coming out of Junko University All-Star team against a Industrial League pitcher. probably looking to match up with them. As the breeze kicks in most noticeably here, move to 2-2. And he makes a home on that pass ball. It's a 5-2 ball game. Things are opening up quite nicely here now, with a bit of a momentum swing. Now coming up to bat, catcher Tomohiro Kondo. Looking to keep the momentum going with a runner at third. Then he's certainly got a good chance here to chip back even further into the lead. Swing and strike on the first pitch. Sorry, I had myself a little bit missed behind there. That's a strikeout. Oh. 2 outs. Suddenly changes the complexion a little bit more so.
バッター長澤に変わりまして一柳。
First pitch swing straight into the hitting shed there. Fouls that one off. 2 out and a runner at third though. Doesn't change your potential for damage. They've been making some pretty solid hits this inning. And there's certainly a good chance that he could go deep here as well. Sneaky. Breaking ball comes down there for a strike. Kenta Ichiyanagi grounds out. Leaves it stranded, but score is 5-1. 5-1. Feel like I thought it was another run. Getting distracted here with some live tweeting also. All right, folks, we'll take a break and we'll be back in half an hour, 30 seconds or so. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Do you know much English? Much Japanese. Top of the seventh. Right. Yeah, I'm really confused.
Correct again.
It would have to be, yes.
Question 2 for Ryan. Come back early. In Japan,
Yeah.
for every new emperor that they have, the calendar resets and the new era begins. According to this system, what is the current year in Japan? Wow, really close. It's 1. 3-1.
All right. Getting ourselves a little bit confused here. I'm looking at a big scoreboard, which didn't quite have numbers up to date. So clearly what happened there, Yokohama believed they had scored, but the call had been brought back. So
How do you say where
on what he thought was a foul, or on what he thought was a hit, called a foul, and the runner has been brought back and then struck out on the next pitch, which is why the score of 5-2 returned to 5-1. Sometimes this baseball game throws up some very tricky things.
Thank you very much, Delaney.
As we head into the bottom of the 6th inning, 5-1 score to Adelaide. And I'm going to say we have a pitching change. So we head to Ayumi Noguchi.
Yes.
Not sure if Sego can tell me a little bit about the type of pitches. What type of pitches?
Hang.
Right now we have Matt Hutchings, who will be leading off in the bottom of the 6th inning. We have a bit of a legs 11 v legs 11. Swings there, pop up into foul territory. And we have one out. As we head back to number 9, Eric Peterson. This is probably where things start to change up a little bit in the bottom of the 6th. Facing a new pitcher and a lefty.
New pitcher is Ayumi Noguchi.
Makes it a little bit more difficult because you've gotten used to the last starter and suddenly you've had a very, very different thing thrown at you.
Don't forget,
That curveball looks like it's got a little bit of a slip out of it.
Right now, 2 outs away.
As it's 2-0 count. Comes back in with a bit more of a fastball, you would say. Kind of, perhaps a little bit more of a slider.
Yes.
Definitely a little bit more of a slider right there. Holds that one up, and that's a 4-pitch walk for Peterson. Mitch Edwards coming out with a runner at first base.
Edwards with a runner.
As our back kid, who's braving the day in a t-shirt and shorts, runs out there. Mitch with a big swing. Mitch at times can switch hit also. But right now we're keeping it a righty on lefty. This ballpark isn't too friendly to left-handed hitters anyway, given the wind comes in pretty hard from right field. Right now it's straightened up more so than it was before. It seemed to be swinging around, but right now it's coming in pretty steady through from right. Mitch swings on the 1-1 count, falls behind 1-2. 1 out, a runner at first base, bottom of the 6th inning. It's 5-1 lead. Crowd definitely braving it out here tonight. And we're looking to get pretty excited for baseball season. Obviously these warm-up games leading up to some warmer weather next week, as Adelaide welcomes Brisbane from November 22nd, 23rd and 24th. Exciting thing is on a Saturday, it will be a bumper doubleheader. That one goes down to make it a full count. So definitely check out adelaidegiants.com.au for more ticketing information. I will definitely get more information out during the week as we build up to the home opener. You can check out all the cool corporate hospitality suites, including the exciting new Burrito Bowl, which used to be known as a Shark Tank, but is now catered and sponsored by our premier partner, Zambrero. Zambrero jumping on board ever so much this season after several years and really stepping up to the plate. Mitch swings on that, fouls it over onto the grandstand.
It's an SA Power Networks foul ball.
We also have a party deck and a couple of dugout boxes. So whether you're looking for that or just some cool general admission tickets, then I definitely got to say, snap them up. Coming down to the ballpark next Friday, Saturday or Sunday for some pretty exciting games. On the Friday, it'll be a great celebration of past alumni and of present ones. Mitch swings high. Easily caught in left field, holding the runner at first base. That's a 2 out for Yokohama. Runner at first base. We've also got some pretty cool memberships and merchandise, which is now on sale. Keep an eye out for the online shop or head down to the ballpark to grab that merchandise. It's a pretty exciting range presented by Full Hammer this season. Got t-shirts, jumpers, beanies, little cute puffer jackets. Pretty much everything you could ask for to look like an ultimate Giant fan. You can also head online pretty soon to grab those jerseys, which look very sweet. These are lovely white home jerseys. Or the cool blue AG. That one. Oh, taking out someone in the softball field. Hopefully not. I think it's just missed him as Mikey fouls out there. One count, 2 out. Mikey leans back. Steal of second base. Some happy fans in the crowd clapping for that one. Peterson been enjoying plenty of action tonight on the bases. Mikey aiming for a pretty big hit right now. But it's just sitting back. Let's take those balls. Nothing wrong with a good walk. 3-1. Fouls that one out to make it a full count. Good strikeout there to end the 6th inning. Yokohama got on the scoreboard to close the gap to 4 runs. 5-1 ball game as we make our way through to the top of the 7th. We'll throw to another ad break.
Jump online, AdelaideGiants.com.au. Get 10% off merchandise brought to you by Full Hammer. It's a great
What's that?
new gear available now.
We're doing 9. So we'll go into the 7th. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this will be the 7th inning. I think we're doing 9 innings. I'll double check actually. Yeah, 9 innings. And welcome back to the 7th inning of our 9-inning dig tonight. Adelaide Giants leading 5-1 over Yokohama Kanagawa. We still have out on the mound Dana Ono from, no, I think we've made a pitching change. Now we have 42, which would be Daigo Nushijima. As we get the numbers correct, move from 41 to 42. A couple of teammates settling in during their second day here.
7番 DH 木村関東学院大学背番号2こう一発期待したい。アウト。
First out of the inning. Some pretty quick work right there. Nushijima settles in. Lefty getting ready. Strike there. Interesting that both sides have gone to a couple of lefties here in relief. Another strikeout right there. Keeping things pretty steady, pretty consistent during his first outing. Showing no signs of tiredness, if there are any, from flying from over yesterday. Went for a good run there. As he makes it to first base, beating a throw. Oh. We have, looks like a pinch hitter coming in, number 6. Shunsuke Mizuno.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, 誰だ水野横浜国立大学ここはファウル2ストライクノーボールカウント2アウト
Thank you for tuning in tonight to the stream. Thank you to Spacequake Sports for putting on a good show in some pretty challenging conditions as they broadcast not only this, but softball next door. That one's a ground out to end the top half of the 7th. Number one pitcher. Alrighty. Now, we have a new pitcher coming in for us, number 66, Norimune Totsuka,
Yes.
who I've been told is the number one pitcher in the Kanagawa prefecture, apparently. I'm getting a little bit of a laugh here, though, so hopefully my friends are being serious.
my friend.
Your friend? Ah, I see, I see. Couple of good friends here. So he's definitely someone who keep an eye on. Very good, like, fast?
Yes.
Yeah? What would you say his strengths?
Good slider.
Good slider, okay. Keep an eye out for the slider. Showing some pretty good accuracy right there. As in the background, you may be able to hear the 7th inning stretch, which is a good chance to get up and get warm. Even if you're sitting at home, stretch those legs.
神奈川選抜ピッチャー野口から戸塚に変わります、このピッチャーは神奈川リーグで一番いいピッチャーです
So right here, we are at 9:05 p.m. Depending where you are, time zones could be a little bit different. If you're watching from Japan, thank you very much. I probably should have had some Japanese prepared there. Not so much. As the wind kicks in, but after Kanagawa, sorry, came back for that run in the 6th inning, this is only a chance where they don't want to let Adelaide build up a lead again. Stay pretty steady. Try and get some more Tokuten.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th, Rickson Wingrove.
Rickson Wingrove here for Adelaide. Rickson had to walk the last time he stepped up to bat. Swings on that first pitch.
いいボールです
Rickson stays pretty steady, not to chase that one. Oh, that one sneaks past at first base, dribbling down. Rickson rounds to second. Gonna have a stand-up double. Oh, a little bit of a knee slide maybe.
ファーストのエラーでランナー出塁ノーアウト2塁
Rickson Wingrove gets his first hit of the game, and it's a big double from our new signing. Puts himself in scoring position. Now batting Cole Stobie.
Cole Stobie ready to back him up, see what he can pull out. Runner in a scoring position, 5-1 lead. Chases that first pitch for a strike. Definitely see a touch of that slider action on that one. A little bit high. but some really good movement in the pitch. Goes down. Rickson not quite brave enough to try and challenge for third. Probably doesn't quite have the leg speed, unfortunately, to take that one down. Bit of a smile there. It's currently a full count. Runner at second. No outs for Adelaide in the bottom of the 7th inning. Makes it a walk there for Wingrove. Finnick Linskey stepping up to bat. First pitch strike there against Finnick Linskey. Ball breaking down and just tickling its way into the strike zone. Plenty of speed on that, but just a little bit high. 1-1. Movement there again, just tricking Ben a little bit. Certainly makes it tricky with the balls moving around, as they do. Totsuka got plenty of good movement. Got some solid grip. Fouls that one. Sharp little crack. That one stays high, 2-2. I think probably the strangest thing happened at the moment out in left field is the fact the Kanagawa pitcher, or at least they're warming up with some practice throws out on left field in the foul line. Oh, hit pitch there. That one just stayed high. Loads the bases here. 0 outs. But at the same time, any ground balls in the infield, good chance here to break into an out. First base coach, Giants pitcher Michael Gain. Michael spent a little bit of time out there first base coaching last season also. Getting a little bit of coaching experience when he's not having to worry about starting on the mound. Curtis Mead, home run and a triple so far tonight. Not going to be swinging on that pitch many times at all. Just some calming words there. Try and rein in those pitches. Dugout keeping very vocal, very supportive. Good little bit of love there. Brought that one back down. Still falls behind. 2-0. Oh, that one comes in for a strike zone.
いいボールです。
Cody,
これボールです。
take a little walk there. Walk in Adelaide's 6th run of the game.
神奈川ナンバーワンピッチャー、ここで降板です。
Third RBI.
Taking a pitching change here for Kanagawa. In comes number 44, I believe.
14.
14. There we go. Goki Kobayashi.
Yes.
Curveball. That is a nod. Got a little bit of curveball action now we could expect here from Goki.
Pitcher 戸塚に変わりまして小林、
Well, fans, during this pitching change, it's a good
神奈川大学背番号14。
to the merchandise store. This pitching change brought to you by Bullhammer. Head to the merchandise store. You've got 15 minutes left tonight. Shop closing at 9:30 p.m. tonight, but it will be available tomorrow, online over the weekend, and on Saturday night, of course, under a season that starts the 22nd. 15 minutes. You have to get to your merchandise and visit Johnny Town Bar.
Angus Roger is the next batter up for the Giants. Roger facing loaded bases, 0 outs. Gives a good little bit of breathing room here for Adelaide, especially holding a 6-1 lead.
ノーアウト満塁から始まります。ピッチャー小林。始まりました。初球は変化球。
Big breaking ball there, just comes down for a ball.
この回を後ろに投げるのか。
Nice change up there to get the strike out. Oof, not strike out, strike. 1-1. Kobayashi showing some good speed. Fouls that one down past third base from Gus.
カウントは2-1。ノーアウト満塁。 Nice stop.
Much needed stop there. Don't want the ball to be drifting away. Let a runner come in. Defense right now is just as important as the offense coming from the pitcher. As much as you want him to be throwing strikes, you need to make sure defense is holding on and not letting any easy bases be added on or added runs. That one goes out. Center field comes in. Throw to home and not in time as Stobie comes home. Roger brings in another run. Makes it a 7-1. Runners at first and second. One out.
Well, 1点ありました。タッチアップで1点ありました。初球はボール。
Matt Hutchings at the plate.
続いてもボール。ノーツ
Matt
ー、カウントはノーツー。
Matt just sitting back, watching the first few pitches.
Thank you, right.
Right fielder comes round. Poor bit of communication, unfortunately, as the ball drops safely to load the bases once again.
Matt Hutchings is aboard. The bases are loaded again. Now batting, Eric Peterson.
Peterson, someone who could certainly do some damage in this situation. Swings on that one, but foul.
Nice ball. カウントワンストライクツーボール。
Challenging conditions when you're facing at loaded bases. One out. Foul makes it 2-2.
Another SA Power Networks foul ball.
Count 2-2。これもファウル。
Yet another SA Power Networks foul ball.
Fouls that one off. 5 pitch at bat here from Peterson. Probably key thing at this point as well is just making the relievers work hard. Giving them no easy situations whatsoever. Solid connection as that one. Drops just in centre field. 1 run comes home. 2 runs come in. Runners hold up at first and second base. 9-1 lead here for Adelaide.
The third hit of the game for Eric Peterson drives in 2 runs. Giants lead 9-1.
Peterson's been very impressive so far. 3 hits. And adding on those 2 RBI makes it a very damaging game for the Dodger. Now we have a pinch hitter here. Philadelphia catcher Logan O'Hop. Swings on the first pitch. 19-year-old Logan is from Long Island. Played out with the Phillies this season, as we said. Appeared for Williamsport. Drafted straight out of high school last year. Ooh, cranks that one to left field. Fouled that one with a big solid hit. Plenty of bat power there from Logan. Skies that one high. In foul territory. Can't make the catch. Tricky one to take with the lights. Catcher running forward for it. Looking back over his head. Not an easy play to make. 1-2 count. 1 out, runners at first and second. 9-1 lead for Adelaide in the bottom of the 7th inning. Strikeout there for Kobayashi. Good strikeout.
Now batting, Mikey Edwards.
2 out, hopefully changes the complexion of the game here for Yokohama. Needing just 1 out. They'll be looking for good play. Could be an infield ground out. Could be a fly out. Just takes off a little bit of pressure.
Nice ball. Count 2 out. Short goal.
There we go.
3 out change.
Mikey grounds out to second, but Adelaide's tacked on another 4 runs. 9-1 ball game. We're off to another ad break. We are back to the top of the 8th inning. Adelaide with a 9-1 lead here over Kanagawa. As we make our 4th pitching change of the game, we have Jason Lott. Jason has joined us from Canberra this season, having made his debut last year in the ABL. Jason has pitched for the Australian under-23 national team and is pretty familiar with guys on the team like Michael Gain, Jordan McArdle as well, from pitching in some of the Australian teams. He has experience with Delta State and South Alabama during his stints in the USA.
Kanagawa League 2番近藤智也神奈川大学背番号17
And that's right, he's facing number 17, Tomoyo Kondo.
現在9対1アレジャイアンツが勝っています。
Jason just misses the bottom of the zone there. Breaking ball just comes down a little bit low. It's gone to a 3-1 count. Can't keep that one in. Lead-off walk.
フォアボールで出塁。神奈川リーグこの回逆転をします。
Head to number 1, Ritsuki Saito.
バッターは3番サード斉藤リスキ関東学院大学背番号1。
Big swing in there, but that one pops out left field.
レフトファウルフライでワンアウト。
Linskey rounds to make the catch. That's 1 out for Adelaide here. Runner at first base.
バッターは4番ライト遠藤神奈川大学背番号25。
That one right over the head of Hutchings in centre field. Round and third, Yokohama going to score their second run of the game off the bat of Endo. Stand-up RBI double. Keeps the runs ticking over. Yokohama have been playing some pretty solid baseball to latter stages of this game. Start off a little bit more slowly, but once they settled into a groove against the bullpen, they've managed to find plenty of advantage from getting runners on base, and some solid hits make the world of difference.
遠藤のセンターオーバーで1点を返します。 代打は我らがキャプテン樋口亮介。
Players also are keeping some good smiles on their faces. That one just over Lott's head.
セカンドゴロです。
Ground out to first for the second out of the inning. Advances run to the third base. Pinch hitter is number 3, Aiki Suzuki.
Yes.
Suzuki watches first pitch for a strike.
バッターはエイキ。
Lott with a little bit of movement on that one as it takes the top corner. Moves ahead to 0-2 in the count.
現在9対2、ジャイアンツが勝っています。神奈川リーグは大エース佐々木司がいたらもっといい試合になったかもしれません。
Chips onto that one to foul it out. Still no 0-2 count. Lott searching for a third out to speed things up. Eiko Suzuki looking to get his team's third run in.
エイキ粘ります。
Fouls off his third ball in a row.
エイキ三振です。
Chases the high one and strikes out. Good recovery from Lott after conceding the early walk and a run. Trying to lead 9-2 as we head into the bottom half of the inning.
さあキャッチャーに樋口が入ります。
Coach.
成瀬 庄司
Nalase Solje?
庄司成瀬
Solji Narase.
庄司
Shoji.
Yes.
And Shoji Narase, oh, getting close, is the manager for Kanagawa. He's been out there keeping his side working pretty busy. A few different changes in the latter part of this game. Keeping the bullpen nice and fresh. They'll be playing 3 games in 3 days as well. So this will be Kanagawa's only primetime game, ahead of a couple of 2 PM games against both the Tokyo and Japan All-Stars, who are from Tokyo Big Six and Kanto region. Adelaide will remain as the primetime team. So you'll see us at 7 PM tomorrow night and 7 PM Saturday night. And Goki Kobayashi remains out on the mound, which could be the last inning his side has to pitch tonight, with Adelaide leading by 7 runs, unless they make a spirited comeback in the top of the 9th. Rickson Wingrove out there batting.
初球はボールです。
Rickson fouls that one into the ground. Probably hoping for a nice solid hit here to end his night. Slotted in nicely to a new team where he probably aside from his Philly counterparts, is just sort of getting to know a fair few of them. Been a few years younger than some of the other Australian team players like Jordan McArdle, Mick Garn and Jason Lott. He probably only knows them from certain baseball circles rather than being close friends. Fouls that one out to make it 2-2.
いいコースです。
Move to a full count. Yokohama dugout were getting very excited on that call. Swings that one out. That one's going to go in the corner. Holds up at first base. Good defense there. Keep Rickson to a single. Lead-off single for the Phillies prospect.
Now batting for the Giants, Cole Stokey.
Right ライト前ヒットでランナー一塁。
Swings on that one, but not quite going to stay near the foul territory for him to catch. That one's going deep from Cole. Over the fence for a 2-run home run. Sailed smoothly through the air. He makes it 11-2 for the Giants. First home run trot for Cole Stokey. We expect to see plenty more of that from him this season.
ホームランです。センターにホームランです。
Now batting Finnick Linskey.
Finnick Linskey, one of the experienced Giants. He's come out of Kentucky University prior to being drafted by the Phillies. 23-year-old. He's probably one of those guys you would label as a young leader. Swings on that one. Makes it a full count. Fouls it off. Keep his at-bat alive. Adelaide with no outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. some spin on that one. Catcher takes it. Almost looked like he lost that one in the air.
樋口ナイスキャッチです。
Well-deserved smile on his face after taking that. And that is Ryosuke Higuchi, who's come in and replaced Tomohiro Kondo. Higuchi impressing.
Kanagawa #1 pitcher.
All smiles here tonight from the teams. Curtis Mead, home run, triple and a walk among his night. Stares down a fastball. Two balls, one out.
Oh.
Swings on that. It's gone. Sometimes you just got to sit back and watch. That is Curtis's second home run of the game.
The second
ホームランです。
home run of the game for Curtis Mead.
Looking all too easy tonight for Curdy Mead.
It's a 12-2 game.
He's been working hard this off-season. Not that he had much of an off-season playing in the USA. And you can tell, it's made a difference.
And that is the Mercy
試合終了です。
10-run
13対12対2で
it for the ball game. The
ジャイアンツの勝利です。
And that, folks,
their first exhibition
makes it a mercy rule win. 10-run deficit, 12-2.
Curtis Mead leads the way with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs.
There we have it.
Justin Beggs, a memorable
神奈川
Curtis Mead, 2 home runs,
strikeouts,
triple,
no earned runs. And the
3 RBI, I believe. Eric Peterson, 3 hits. Cole Stobie, 2-run home run. Dustin Beggs worked his way through 5 scoreless innings. Yokohama chipped on 2 late runs. Pretty spirited performance. Well, we'll wrap things up then, and we will see you all tomorrow night. Thank you for tuning in to what has been a fun night. Thank you to both of my co-commentators for helping out, for providing a little bit of insight here and there. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.